Yeah, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Punch Stomp Wrestling Edition, where we go over the week in wrestling.
Somewhat frustrating week in wrestling this week.
1 day of frustration for sure. Yeah, we should probably just dive right into
a lot of good things. I mean, just to recap, I guess we should intro ourselves as always.
True, yeah. Dylan Fleury here.
Shane Burns.
There we go.
Johnny's still off
making movies.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, he was making that movie with James Ellsworth.
Oh, that's right. The Ellsworth movie.
He's playing the Fassbender role.
Fassbender role, exactly. He's all method. We haven't talked to him because he's, straight in character.
Yeah, he doesn't know who we are.
No.
We don't exist to him.
We'll see him again in a couple weeks. He'll remember, hopefully.
Yeah, if he doesn't dive too deep into his
He might just get stuck there,
Yeah.
That happens.
Who knows?
But yeah, we'll talk a bit about Raw a tiny bit because it's very aggravating.
I guess we will say, though, is, we're going to talk a bit about Raw, but then not talk about it again until after SummerSlam, at least for me.
Yep.
I have nothing. I'm not going to watch it at all.
We're pretty much out of Raw right now because it's
the worst booking I've ever seen in my life.
It's the worst booking ever. And I see no bright spots whatsoever for anything. Even Ronda's still very entertaining, but I don't care right now.
Well, she got beat up by Alicia Fox.
Exactly.
How does that make any... And this match on Raw... Like, I kind of want to watch that just to see the train wreck because they're going to let Alicia get fucking offense in. I
don't even understand how you book Ronda's first match on Raw like that against Alicia Fox. Like, that should be a big moment, man.
Yeah.
Like, big billing, big deal. And it should be like almost a mini feud that leads to a Raw match to spike the ratings.
Yeah.
Not doing
Or
it.
even, like, how do they not just start with a tag team match?
Yeah.
You get Ronda just to come in. Like, you let Natalya... like, why else is Natalya and Ronda friends? There's no reason for them to be friends.
I think that they're holding back on some kind of turn.
But who cares, though? That's the thing.
Nobody
like, this whole
cares.
Natalya is pointless, period. Ronda should not have friends. She should just be there as a killer.
Yeah, I agree.
It's ridiculous. Like, she should be like Shayna Baszler. Like, they're booking Shayna Baszler the way they should book Ronda.
Exactly. Like,
it's frustrating.
I know they don't want to make Ronda a heel because she's very marketable, right?
But the thing is, you don't really have, like, the Stone Cold vibe, man. She's, like, reeks of Stone Coldness.
Yeah. But it's corporate Stone Cold. Which is the problem. You can feel like that it's not really, she's not actually fighting the power.
I don't know. It would have been if, like, they brought her in, if they would have kept the whole Stephanie and Triple H, like, holding her back and have Ronda, like, murder a bunch of people and go, okay, you know what? I was biding my time, but I think I'm ready. And they go, are you though?
Yeah.
Like, here's another match. Like, you got to really prove yourself. Yeah. And then they screw her over and she loses and they're like, oh, are you ready? Like, shit like that.
Maybe it's coming. I don't know.
Yeah, she wins the Rumble, and then Stephanie's like, did you?
It could come out that, like, Alexa ran in and cashed, right? Maybe Steph and Triple H sent her out there to ruin Ronda's opportunity.
Be amazing if that was the case, but
maybe they're doing that again.
Feels like it's a little late to kind of bring that up.
Yeah, but, this WWE. But it feels like all of the women's booking basically surrounds Ronda right now. Like, they took everybody off Raw, seemingly. So, like, they took Asuka and Charlotte, put them on SmackDown.
True, yeah.
To avoid Ronda.
Yeah.
And them.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, but that leaves Ronda with Natty and feuding with Alexa and Alicia Fox and shit. And it kind of makes her look small time.
But it's also, like, a good way to build that. You could have her on Raw, mow down everybody, and then she's, like, the dominant champ. And then you could have Charlotte be like, did you beat all the best people, though? Like, all the best people are on SmackDown.
Yep.
And then the other two that are good are, like, a tag team now. So Bayley and Sasha. So I don't know. You could build to that, and then you could have, like, a Survivor Series champ versus champ match where it's like, who's really the best one?
That'd be fun.
I don't know, something like that. But yeah,
the whole thing's designed around Ronda, Charlotte, Mania, keeping everything dry until then.
Which is great. It's just you got to be careful the way they book Ronda, because if they have her look anything aside from a monster against Alicia Fox, you're going to lose the crowd.
It better be 2 minutes, man.
It has to be.
Yep.
Like, it has to be Alicia Fox. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to Alicia Fox, like, coming in, like, hitting her with, like, a big kick to the face right off the bat, hitting her finisher, and Ronda kicking out at one.
Yep.
Alicia will be like, what the fuck? And then Ronda just murders her.
And Ronda murders her.
Because then that kind of throws you off, but then you're, but I don't know.
She better be a murder victim. There better be a chalk outline.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I do love Ronda. Ronda's amazing at selling, and I love watching her sell, but there's times for her to sell.
Yeah.
It's not against Alicia Fox.
Brock is actually also an excellent seller.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
But it's just when he wants to be.
I know.
Right.
And like he sold to AJ, and it was amazing.
Yeah, he sold to AJ. He sold to Samoa Joe, too.
I know. I just found the Joe and Braun ones were kind of not the best sells. I don't know.
No, but he did.
He did sell
try.
though. He did sell. Well, he got beat up the majority of those matches.
You can tell who he respects.
Big time. Yeah. AJ's on the top of that list. 100%.
I guess just switching to Brock, like, which is the kind of main frustration with Raw. Like, how stupid was all of that? Like,
so that was the most I've ever enjoyed Brock Lesnar in years. But so like, why not like just keep him there? Like, I didn't have to see him come out to the ring and just jump around and do nothing.
It's like they're building him as such this like tremendous prick at this point, but it's like we all kind of knew this about Brock, and you know, maybe this is the best way to get Roman over. I don't know. It feels like more of a sense of relief.
Slightly worked.
Yeah,
slightly worked. Yeah. But it was in Miami. They were cheering for everybody.
I feel like it's just everybody's sick of it, you know, and like that's the pop you're gonna get is like thank fuck it's over kind of thing, and Brock can finally be gone and shit. The same shit we've been talking about for 2 years, and I guess that's as good as you can do for Reigns right now, but I still don't care, man. Yeah. Like, I still don't care about it. Like,
no, nobody does.
Brock seemingly now kicking Heyman to the curb.
I mean, and here's the thing: if Heyman turns on Brock and aligns with Reigns, though, like, are people going to cheer that?
Maybe.
It's weird.
You might be
if
doing
you give him enough sympathy,
but like, I don't know. You could take it and turn it into like, at least there's momentum for Roman at that point. You know?
Well, it's nice if he gets like an advocate and he's on his side, but it's like that should be a face turn for Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
But it just seems like he's just switching over to Roman and it's going to get him booed.
I saw a far more interesting theory that you'll love, which
Mojo?
is no KO
with
Heyman.
Oh, like
and a briefcase.
He gets the briefcase, and oh my God, Heyman like calls it. Yeah. Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
It would, right?
That's the move. Or I mean, Heyman and KO's the best. I mean, Heyman and Braun wouldn't be terrible either, but Heyman and KO, that's like, oh my God, that's amazing.
Basically, Heyman comes and helps KO win the briefcase, and it's like, oh, I guess he's a new client for Paul Heyman. You know, he's always building a stable again, as he's done several times, and then KO comes out, wrecks the main event, much like Rollins did, but it's at Heyman's order.
Oh, it's so good.
Because apparently the house shows after SummerSlam have Roman KO listed.
That's true, because I think, that was like a Hell in a Cell one too, right?
So if they're listing that means that, you know, those things are always subject to change, but those things end up being pretty on the money a lot of the time about feuds that you're coming out with. Because
it's so good.
If it was, I thought it was going to be Braun Roman, right, which would totally be on the house shows too. Yeah. But KO. So KO could be making a big move, and God, I hope so.
The only, I kind of would prefer Reigns to just get it and KO to hold on to the briefcase and cash in that way. It's not just, okay, KO gets the belt and now it's again Roman trying to get the belt to chase. I'd rather Roman have the belt for a while and KO holding the briefcase for a while and him going like, hey, so because I have the briefcase, does like my contract start now or is it when Money in the Bank having him like trying to like play with like the timeline and shit?
I would love that, man.
That'd be great.
If
and
KO
Heyman,
can skeef that briefcase off Braun, like I don't think it hurts Braun at all, depending on how they do it, obviously.
No, and the whole chase with Braun chasing KO for the belt's great. That's so much better.
And then like because Braun's never needed that thing,
no.
So maybe it was just a way to occupy both of them until SummerSlam to pull this switcheroo that would be tremendous.
Yeah,
tremendous.
Like I said, I'll watch Raw after SummerSlam, but right now these 3 weeks build, I have no interest.
It's like I got nothing to say, man. It's like we were talking on Monday night, and it was like, it's just we're gonna delete it.
Yeah,
we're not gonna really talk about Raw because you can see it all coming too, right? It's like I don't need to watch Roman give two tough guy monologues where Brock isn't there, and then they have a pull apart brawl on the Raw go home, and that's it.
Yeah,
there you go. Booked
so
Roman
dumb.
Brock for you.
There
and like that's gonna be it. I bet you Drew McIntyre and shit gets tossed into the Intercontinental title. You know, it's Dolph, Seth, McIntyre or something. Yeah. Triple threat, who cares?
McIntyre steals the belt from Ziggler.
Yeah. Seth should be doing far more than this.
Fuck yeah.
You know? Maybe Dean comes back, fucks over Seth at SummerSlam. Yay. Either way, we're only talking meaningful Seth storyline after SummerSlam.
Yeah, which sucks,
but that'll take them through the fall, and they can probably get into the title mix and stuff. Maybe we'll get a real Shield triple threat instead of that rushed one they did.
I mean, Mania is the place to do it, right? And you could easily build to that. You can build to one winning the Rumble, one winning kind of like the chamber for a number one contender spot or something.
Really
I don't know.
good.
Something.
I mean, it's still there. They did it, and it was really good, but it's still on the table, I think.
Oh, you could do that more than once for sure.
But it can be like from multiple angles too. Like Ambrose is a prick heel now instead of Rollins, etc.
Yeah.
Just switch them all around, man.
Oh yeah, 100% of that.
But nothing's really. I mean, the B team's fucking tag titles. I don't care. I just don't care. Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy are breaking up or they're getting rematches. I don't care, man. The whole
it's
scene is
Revival
fucked.
now.
Like I hope so.
Revival won that tag team match against the leaders of the worlds or whatever. So I think they're next in line. But the B team are like, the joke comedy thing works to an extent, but I'm tired of it now.
It's devaluing the titles to me.
Yeah, and it just makes like they're too much of a joke.
Yep. Like you can't take those characters seriously. Just turn around, take them seriously like that.
No, not at all.
So give it to the Revival for sure. Start again, fresh again after SummerSlam. Nothing's happening till SummerSlam.
No, that's the problem.
And it's so clear, man. So fuck Raw. Yeah, I don't know. And Brock had his steak medium well, which is like the most offensive thing.
He didn't even get the steak.
He probably ate 6 steaks off camera.
Probably, yeah.
That's part of his contract. He gets 10 steaks a night.
Well, this was the only thing I was thinking of, which I think they could, like, there was some things that worked. Like the whole Brock backstage worked, but the whole Roman aspect of it didn't, which bugged me. The whole like Stephanie calling Kurt and being like, kick Roman out. First of all, why does it matter if Roman's there? Roman was in a fucking closet watching a movie on his iPad. But I think the way you do that, you don't give Stephanie the fucking ball cutting rub or whatever. She doesn't have to be a part of that at all. She wasn't even there. You get Brock Kurt comes in his room and he goes, you want me to go out? Well, I want Roman out of here.
Oh, perfect.
And it's like Paul Heyman can be like, are you scared of Roman? He's like, I ain't scared of Roman. I just don't want to see him. Like, fuck Roman.
Just fuck him.
And it's like, he's calling the shots. Brock's calling the shots. And Roman's like, really? And then Roman could like go to the dressing room and be like, what, you being a little bitch? He's like, get out of my arena.
Get out of my arena. This is
just, and then you make him hold all the cards, but instead it has to go to Stephanie. Just like that stupid picture of her with the women for the women.
That's a really good storyline. Like, and Brock's like, this is my show. I run this place.
Yeah, he's like, oh, and guess what? Tell Stephanie I'll be back next week if Roman's not here again.
Awesome.
Just shit like that, you know what I mean?
I'm only going to show up when you're not here because fuck you.
And then if you want to get Roman the whole Stone Cold rub, he breaks in, gets arrested. If you want him to get arrested, man, like,
look at you.
It's just, it's so much better to do it. I have a theory that Road Dogg got promoted to Raw to book it because it doesn't make any sense because SmackDown is booked amazingly,
man,
and like, Raw is just trash.
Yeah, it's just like there's too many cooks in the kitchen. How many authority figures are on Raw right now too? You got Kurt, who's totally just no authority, really
useless.
Baron Corbin running around being a prick.
It's like, what is he? I don't get it. I love him. He's he's grown on me. I'm a fan of Corbin now.
But shit, like, and then Steph always on the cell phone. She's like the laptop GM. She just keeps showing up as like this faceless authority figure, like bah, 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 bah.
Yeah, and like if I was Kurt Angle, I'd just be like, that's Stephanie. Click.
Yep.
Fuck you, Stephanie.
I love that too. It's like your job is to be like live on air for 3 hours and your boss can't talk to you before the show. She's gonna call you up mid-show on speakerphone.
So stupid.
Like,
she can't even do speaker. She's like, it has to be like a fake conversation. Like, fuck off.
Steph's off somewhere working out. She can't even come to the goddamn show.
She's taking credit for the women's evolution because she had so much to do with it.
Yeah. It's all Triple H, man.
I know.
Yep.
It's all so frustrating.
I feel like Triple H has been pushing that for years. And
100%.
It's like finally the culmination of it. He seemed so proud when he was announcing that.
Yeah.
Like, he was so proud. They were like, these were his people, man.
Yeah.
This was a successful mission,
Well, you could just hear like in their voices too. Like Triple H kind of had like that quiver in his voice of like he didn't want to cry, and Stephanie has like the authority voice of her character, and it's like, come on,
because Triple H like is still in touch with the business.
Yeah, and it's I don't know.
Can't believe how much I like Triple H nowadays. Anyway,
yeah. Well, yeah, no, it's we can go to SmackDown.
Yeah, speaking of SmackDown, because it is booked incredibly well lately.
SmackDown had 3 matches, 2 of which were women's matches. All the rest were promos, and it was one of the best shows I've watched in a long time.
Yep.
Every promo, you had everybody on that needed to be on, aside from AJ, which sucked, but he's on next week. But everything
that
furthered.
Was understandable though.
Yeah. And everything furthered every storyline, like DB and Miz and Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Shinsuke, and Joe. Like, it all made sense. And I love Becky. Becky like opened and closed the show, and it was perfect.
That's great. Like, I know a lot of people have problems with the Charlotte getting in the main event. You know,
It'll make it a better match for sure.
I think that you always need. I was wondering what Charlotte and Asuka were going to do at SummerSlam. She can't leave these girls off the card after, like, that was a WrestleMania main event. Really, it was the women's main event of WrestleMania for sure.
Yep.
And you can't just leave them both off the card, even though it's totally Becky's time. Absolutely, Becky deserves the spot, but Charlotte's got to be there too.
Yeah.
And Asuka, to me at least, also does.
She should. I mean, she hasn't been booked that way, but she should be. Yeah.
Like she's still Asuka. She was still undefeated for 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, she
100%.
still should be on SummerSlam despite the dog shit booking against Carmella.
No more James Ellsworth, so we don't have to
No
worry
more
about that.
Ellsworth. Just make it a 4-way. You know, Becky gets even more sympathy. You know,
Yeah, because you could have her where she's like about to tap out.
Yep.
Carmella and Charlotte takes her out or
Yep.
something. Yeah.
You know, and then they have a Becky Charlotte thing coming out of that, and it's all good. You know, or maybe they end up screwing each other over. Asuka finally wins the title.
Ooh, and then you do Charlotte Becky 1-on-1 and Charlotte heel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, as we were talking about the other night, I feel like we should screenshot some of our chats because they're just put them up on the Twitter.
Yeah.
Where Charlotte does need to turn heel sometime in the next 6 months or so, because her and Ronda at Mania, obviously the money match, and a cocky, shitty heel Charlotte versus kind of the up and comer rookie Ronda sensation. That's money. Like, print the money.
Do you have Ronda lose?
Maybe.
I think so.
I think
she wins the second. I think it's like a build to her.
You do it at SummerSlam.
Yeah, because she's just there, but not quite. And then
yeah, it's perfect, man. And like, you know, Charlotte's like, you know, I'm a legacy kid. I've been doing this for like, you know, 7 years. You're just picking this up. You think you're so fancy, like, you know.
She could chirp her mom, or like, your mom's
exactly
like. Well, I think her mom was. Did her mom win gold?
I think she was like a judo person. I don't know how successful she was anywhere.
Is she? Because if she didn't win, then she could definitely chip her ass. My dad's like a 16-time champion. Your mom can't do shit.
Exactly. But it's just like, I think that's total money, and also making Charlotte get heat versus her best friend, super money.
Well, think about this, like, and it's all written right there. It's Charlotte comes out, tells Becky, she's like, Becky, like, you keep complaining that you weren't being showcased, and it's like, there's a reason.
Yeah,
it's because you're not the best. Like, out of all the 4 horsewomen, you're the weakest link. Like, you're not worthy of anything. Boom, like, it's perfect.
And then it's just like the betrayal, man.
Yeah, and Becky. Oh, I feel so bad for Becky.
Yeah, but think of how much everybody loves Becky. She's a perfect babyface.
It would make her. It would just skyrocket even more. Yeah, because the fact that she has been nowhere, and she could even use that too. She'd be like, you know, I mean, I barely show up, and yet fans still love me. And
you know, and like, you have to work to get them to love you. They don't really love you.
They all hate you. They only like you because you're dad and shit. Yeah.
That's just print the money.
It's good shit.
That's Charlotte's next friggin' year, basically, if they pull that off right. They can go Becky heel heat all the way through the fall. Switch over to Ronda in the spring. You know, like that's the women's evolution right there.
Yeah, there you go. That's storylines that don't revolve around a title, which they need,
or cattiness.
Yeah,
which is seemingly all they can do with the women right now.
Well, I mean, we can talk about that because you're talking about the Lana and Selena Vega match. Okay, so this is my thoughts on. I actually thought it wasn't that bad of a match.
It was okay.
It was good for what it was, and I like the
match.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like it was like a 5-minute match, but I like the idea that if they're building to this all women's pay-per-view, that's what, in October. A lot of these women are pretty green.
Oh yeah.
Give them matches. How are you going to get better? They wrestle. I'm willing to sit through like a 5-minute match to watch them get better, so they can seal the show in October. Like, I'm completely fine with that.
Zelina Vega is a pretty highly accomplished.
She can wrestle, right?
Yeah, like,
and
she's a high level female wrestler.
But it's like Lana, right? And like Lana.
Oh yeah, Lana needs the time.
Lana needs the time. She's not going to obviously become this amazing wrestler in a couple months, but if she can pull off like a good 7-minute match, like she's like, it started to, like, she's starting to get there. She's starting to see it a bit. And I'm completely. She did the spin-a-rooney. I love that. I don't like breakdancing Lana. I want Lana in the suit, but if this is a Lana we're getting, I'm fine with that.
We're definitely getting dancing Lana.
I'm okay with it.
Like, it's like the women's card does need to be filled out for sure, and they kind of need low mid card acts like Lana too. You know, she's kind of happy to be there. It seems like
her character is kind of like completely switched, and it works. I'm
like
into it because Rusev kind of flipped too, so it makes sense.
They don't live by the Performance Center anymore, right? Like, they live up in Nashville or something now. So she obviously hasn't been like down there Monday to Friday regularly like a lot of the other people are. which she kind of should be.
She could be working house shows though.
She is, I think.
Yeah.
But like, that's how you get better, man. You treat it like a job, right?
Yeah. I mean, they live in Nashville, but how often are they at their house? You know what I mean? You're constantly traveling.
I don't know. Rusev puts out a lot of pictures from his dope ass house in Nashville. Ever seen his fountain, man? He's got a statue of himself. He has a statue of himself in his foyer.
Like Lou Ferrigno and I Love You, Man.
It's just fantastic.
Oh, Rusev's a man.
King Rusev. He's always barbecuing and shit. Shirtless. Everything shirtless.
I feel like me and Rusev would just click.
Yes.
It's like we'd get each other.
Yes. Well, him and Sheamus are best buddies, and Sheamus is a Liverpool supporter, so
there you go.
You know, we're good. Rusev awesome. Day, baby.
But yeah.
So Joe had a fairly good heel promo, as per usual. That dude can talk, man.
So I found, like, obviously this whole Joe going after saying like your kids don't respect you, it's obviously not super, like, I feel like they've done it before, but the way Joe does it makes it feel fresh.
Yep.
And it makes it feel authentic. And I bought it, man. And it's like that little thing. It's not just, they're not just having a match to have a match. It wasn't like it's just that little extra that makes it personal, and it makes the feud make sense in the grand scheme of things.
Exactly. Joe seems like Joe always comes off like a hitman, like a merc, you know, who's like, he's cold as fuck. He doesn't process emotions like you do. And he's here to do a goddamn job. Yeah. And those are guys you like in movies and shit. They're like the scariest because they can't be negotiated with. They can't be talked down. You know, Joe has a mission. He's going to execute the mission. And that's it, man. And like all you can do is survive. Yeah. And I love it. Like, I've loved Joe for fucking 15 years and super psyched that he's SummerSlam main event title, you know. Well, like the world title
main event.
It's a world title match at the second biggest card of the year, right?
I love how he piped it up too. I don't know if it was like WWE telling him to say that, because like they shit on the Universal title with Brock, but he's like, I'm so glad AJ you made the title the most prestigious title. So it could have been him, or it could have been like
both.
Yeah,
I heard, like, I remember Joe saying he doesn't get full scripted; he just gets bullets.
You can tell.
So, like, I think it's probably a both thing, where, like, you know, he was like, I didn't talk about this, and they were like, yeah, do it.
Oh, that's actually, that may just remind me of quick Raw thing, KO. I feel like, because I was thinking of that too, like, at clearly what he gets, because I was watching like him and Baron Corbin, their promo together. Just KO's so natural, and he's doing this great thing. It was so funny too. I don't know if you saw that though.
I didn't see it.
Oh my god! Like KO's gives Baron Corbin like water or something. And he's like, you know, I just want to let you know, like, you're my son's new favorite hero after Braun tried to murder me. He's like, he walks around in a little button-up suit. It's so adorable. Awesome. And then Braun, and he's like, it's so great. And then Baron just goes, yeah, that's why I do it. Oh. And Kevin just kind of looks at him and just like, anyways, it's almost like he didn't know what to say. It's almost like KO was like, hey man, we're just gonna riff back and forth.
Just gonna go.
But I was thinking, I'm like, they probably went, KO, we want you to like hype up Baron, like, and just hit these points. And KO's like, okay, cool, and just riffs. Yeah, you can tell he's just so natural.
I think he probably goes off script all the time too. Like he has tons of ad lib moments.
Oh,
like,
you can tell, man. There's no way you write his dialogue. It's too quick.
No, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Vince kept getting mad at him early on, like, stick to the script, and then KO just kept making him laugh or something, and he's like, all right, kid, you do your thing.
Oh yeah, you cannot hamstring that guy.
KO's earned the right to freewheel because he's so good at it, man. Guy's one of the best mic workers around.
Well, I was thinking, I wonder if they've offered him a WWE Studios movie.
Oh shit!
I feel like he would be good, man. He's great. Like, I know obviously promo skills don't necessarily translate to acting skills, but the guy seems like he'd be good in, like, give him like the Chaperone type movie.
Yeah.
No, where he's like dealing with kids and he gets rattled. Yeah. It's like Kindergarten Cop with KO.
Oh man. I think he could do it. He's got confidence, swag, and you know, he obviously knows himself and is just fine doing anything. And they always say wrestlers make the best actors because they're like, they're used to live performing too. So it's like they just can go and go and go and drill and go. Yeah. And I never thought about that, and I feel ashamed that I never thought about that.
I just thought of it on Raw, like, on Monday.
Wow. Or even just like he'd make a fun, like, action comedy guy too.
The buddy, yeah. Like a guy who gets roped into it. And exactly. He's like, I don't want to be here.
Or like Cop.
Because he's such a coward
or something.
Too.
He could be like a buddy cop movie, you know? And he's like the kind of cautious guy that doesn't want to do it, but then, oh shit, he jumps off the bridge. Oh, I hate you.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I could easily see that.
So that's a new dream. That's a new dream right
I
there.
guarantee, like, I feel like he just wouldn't want to. He just loves wrestling too much. I don't know if he'd ever want to.
Money.
I don't think he cares.
I mean, having a family and stuff, you know.
But I feel like he makes enough where he wouldn't need to do. I don't know.
You just take a month off, and then it's like, I don't know, man. It's
intriguing. I'll pitch a movie for him.
It's worth it.
I'll pitch one for him
because like they don't always. He's not like he's a B guy really in the landscape of WWE where they do really good for him, but they don't necessarily always have something for him all the time.
Well, I think that's why Triple H loves him so much, because it's almost like if he went in the Attitude Era, he would be the Triple H.
Yeah.
Where it's like he's not seen as that top guy, but he makes himself the top guy. He's
always there. Yeah. He's always around. And it's like, for some guys, you just have to have a story for them all the time. Like Braun, Roman, you know, Seth, all these guys are just like pen, you know, written in pen, they're going to be on the card.
Yeah.
And KO is mostly one of those guys. Like he was on every pay-per-view and then he missed a couple, and you know, lately, like maybe in the last 6 months, a year, he's kind of taken a slight step down, but they obviously still love him.
Oh man, you give that guy anything and he makes it gold.
Yeah.
Like
he's a great heel. He can do anything. He always gets heat. He always gets real heat too. Not that bullshit heat. Yeah. Like he knows how to like flip a crowd that like loves him because he's awesome.
Oh yeah.
And make them hate him for that 5 minutes at least.
And not even that cheap like Elias heat.
Yep.
Where he just like shits on the city.
Your sports team sucks.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen him say that shit. Like he knows how to properly do it.
KO is a true pro. And I know he just signed a long-term deal again. Like he signed a long-term extension. So
Why not, man?
But like he's in their pocket, and so they're going to push him because they know they got him for years. Unlike Daniel Bryan, who apparently still hasn't signed.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they don't have confidence in him to give him any top things, so I'm cool with him walking, man.
I hope he goes.
I think he would do better doing like going to New Japan and all that.
I want to see him in Mexico, New Japan. Thing is, like, I know he wants to, and he could take a year or two and just do it, and then come back.
Yeah, he easily could.
You know, and like all they really care about is money, and Daniel Bryan will be able to print them money at any moment.
Yep.
That he wants to.
Especially if he's gone for a year.
So you just let him do his thing. You know, you also don't have the medical liability if you're still worried about it. You know, let him go off, do his thing, get kicked in the fucking head 18 times in Japan.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Actually, I don't know if I want him in Japan.
That's
too strong.
Japan, the strong style might be a little rough on him, but I feel like he hasn't taken shots to the head in like 5-7 years because he's been in WWE for so long.
That doesn't make it better.
No, it doesn't make it better. But like I could see him thinking it was okay. Maybe he can get a couple 5 stars in and actually wrestle again, because they're still not even letting him wrestle, you know.
Yeah,
I want to see the guy be happy. There's a guy that doesn't give a fuck about money either.
Yeah,
like for sure. Like
I think he's smart. He was smart with his money too, so he's definitely sad. Oh, yeah. Like,
dude, he doesn't need anything. I was reading some story about how he like harvested his own like vegetable garden, and it was enough food for him for 6 months. Like he doesn't
spend eat meat too, so he saves money on that.
Exactly. And I mean, you see what he wears. It's just t-shirts and cargo shorts and sandals and shit.
Me and him share similar wardrobes.
So hopefully he does leave, but it seems like that is influencing him and the Miz's booking.
Yeah.
Because Miz is pretty clearly like making him look like an idiot on the reg here.
I totally forgot about them. That was a good callback.
Yeah.
That was Kate. So this is what I was gonna say too. Last week that whole throwing the baby thing was dumb, but it worked because they brought it back.
Oh, for sure.
And they made it work. And like fucking Miz, man, when he's pissed, oh my god, like is there anybody better?
Miz is great. I love where he's at right now, and I hope this leads to him getting the title in the fall. And shit, because he should launch pad off this DB feud into being a main event guy.
I think if DB doesn't resign, Miz should win and definitely carry that.
I think either way, honestly, I think Miz should win this, and if DB does resign, then it's WrestleMania.
Yeah, that makes sense.
For the title.
Yeah, Miz should win.
And then DB wins, and it's like another Mania moment. He raises the belt and stuff.
Fucking Miz just beating DB and then just shitting over him for
Can you imagine?
Refusing rematches. Like, oh, that'd be so good.
Well, his contract's up September 1. DB? Yeah. So say if he doesn't resign, Miz goes over hard at SummerSlam. I bet you he's just not seen again. I bet you they just keep him off TV till his contract expires. Miz says, I kicked Daniel Bryan out of WWE.
I sent him back to the high school gyms.
I sent him back to the gyms. And then even when DB comes back in 2 years, if he wants to, money right away.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
And you could honestly keep that going where Miz like tweets videos of DB like at ROH shows, be like, oh, DB filled a whole 500 seats, man. Good for him. Like,
holy shit. Yeah.
Have him like go to an ROH show and just like chirp Daniel Bryan. Oh my God.
Absolute money, man.
Yeah.
Like hell yes. That feud can go for years.
Oh God, yeah.
Years and years.
And like fucking the Miz, the whole promo too just worked where he's like, it makes you think he's like, I carried you for 10 years because he was his trainer, right? Or like his pro.
Yep.
And it just obviously it's not true, but it makes sense in like, you could see it in his mind.
What a hilariously insulting thing. I didn't really watch Tough Enough and shit back then.
Well, it was NXT, yeah, I didn't watch it.
I didn't really know who DB was. Like,
neither
I knew
did
his name. I knew Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, but I wasn't really in the indies at that point. But to know now who he is, and that they brought him in and put him with the fucking Miz, like what a slap in the face, man!
God, it's so good.
Shit, like that because Miz. That was when Miz was still like not being allowed to dress in the dressing room and shit.
Yeah,
basically, like that was
because he was a U.S. champ. I think at the time,
and that was when everybody hated him, and he got kicked out and stuff, and like he had to work his way back in. And they give like the top indie guy. Like, Jesus, that's so Vince. So Vince.
The most and just the like it's the booking of that. It's like the best unintentional thing ever.
Oh yeah.
Like something that just fell in their lap that they clearly could have never seen.
Oh yeah.
And it's just perfect.
That was just Vince trolling, I guarantee you.
Probably, and then it ends up turning into just pure money. Yeah.
Because like I don't think they really I'm sure they hoped Miz would become this, but you
never know.
You never really
or even like DB, like you would think they're probably like he's just going to be probably like a cruiser mid-card guy.
Oh, they never thought that guy was going to be anything. They were just signing him to take him away from the indies.
Yeah.
More
pretty
than
much,
anything. Yeah. Like all the guys they're signing now, like Riddle.
I saw that, yeah.
Yep, Riddle's coming in, man. He's going to be sitting ringside SummerSlam. Or sorry, ringside Takeover.
Takeover, yeah.
Just like I said a few weeks ago.
Yeah, called it. Yeah,
well, I guess we can kick over to NXT then, real quick.
Was there...
Is there anything else for SmackDown? I think we covered it.
No, I mean, I can just say heel Orton.
Orton.
I love that he goes for the RKO, but then just doesn't do it. Yeah. It's so good.
Big fan of heel Orton. And this whole knock in the middle thing, it's working. It's working for me.
And it works because it's like, it's almost as if Orton doesn't care about Knock or the title. He just wants to beat up Jeff, but Knock's going, whoa, what's going on here? You're stealing my spotlight. Like, exactly. So he's like nudging his way in, and he might lose his title because of it. Yep. So good.
Because Knock's all cocky and shit, and like, Knock Orton, Hardy, that's gonna be a good match, man.
Fuck yeah.
Like that's clearly gonna be the triple.
Yep.
Right. So I'm into it. It's like SummerSlam's a little mini Mania. They have to fit everybody on the cards. There's tons of triples and four ways and stuff, and it really keeps things from being boring.
Yeah. But yeah, no, just can't say anything better about SmackDown.
SmackDown's like Bizarro Raw. It all makes sense and it's all meaningful and satisfying.
It's just all working.
Which,
the only
supports your theory that Road Dogg moved to Raw.
Yeah, entirely. It has to be, man.
Because we were really frustrated with SmackDown earlier this year too.
Yeah. Oh man, half my Instagram posts were just chirping SmackDown.
And now it's like 180, and like everything's working and firing and shit. And like I don't know, man. You never know what happens with the writing crews, but you can tell the quality is there and it's not. And it's definitely there for SmackDown right now.
And I love too that they're not just putting together matches for the sake of matches. Like you don't have a match for Joe. Yep. Like let's not just have him fight Ty Dillinger again. Yep. Let's let him cut a promo and further the feud. Let's not just have Jeff Hardy wrestle Randy Orton and throw it away. Like let's build the feud. And
build it.
It's perfect.
Because, like that's the problem with Raw is they do so many rematches and they throw so much shit away just to have it for today. It always seems like such short-term thinking on Raw.
It's always we just keep getting Rollins and McIntyre, Rollins and Ziggler, Balor and Corbin.
Yep.
Like it's like okay, whatever. Fuck
like
off.
It's just they really want the rating spikes.
Yeah.
And it seems like they go all in almost every show just to get a rating spike that day, which is what Nitro used to do when they were like in their death throes because they were just really trying to pop the ratings and they weren't caring about the overall product anymore. And that feels like Raw. Whereas SmackDown, I guess, because they already secured their TV deal, like to move to Fox, they don't really need to pop ratings right now.
But did you hear what might happen?
Oh, what?
There's apparently rumors that they might stop the brand split and combine them because if ratings continue to drop, they're worried that Fox might get cold feet and try to like shorten the deal. But they're saying that it's not possible because it was like $1 billion deal, right?
Oh yeah, it's signed. Man.
So they're not sure if they could really weasel out too much. So the worst that could happen is they just put them on Fox Sports 1 if they can't compete.
Yeah.
But they're saying like it's possible they might stop the brand split, which would be the worst thing you could possibly do right now.
The absolute worst thing.
Because then it just goes back to SmackDown being a recap show for Raw.
And then we're barely back to like they lessen the titles again. Like all the titles will go back down.
Yeah.
They'd probably eliminate the Universal and everything.
Which wouldn't be terrible, but
I don't like that model, man. Like I like it much better. They have so much talent. It's like they can't just fill out one heavyweight title division. You need to.
You do? It just the one thing I hate is that one just always seems less significant than the other.
Yeah.
Like they're always going to put the Raw title no matter what, even if it's like fucking AJ has a strap and you're not putting him on. Yep. Like it should go by who's more significant, but they don't.
I totally agree. I just like I don't want to. I just feel like so many people get freezed out, basically in that climate where you won't have people having storylines for months and they're just on the bench.
It's true, which sucks because they have such a deep roster. So it is nice to have two.
Yeah, they should have more. I mean, like the NXT is packed and hot. Both shows are packed. They're starting NXT UK, which is also pretty packed. These shows are all stacked, man, and they're just keep signing more guys all the time. So
I saw that because it said WWE keeps signing away guys to get them away from the indies.
Yeah,
I was really, when I saw that article, it's like why WWE keeps signing people. I'm like, I hope it's because Triple H is trying to do like an NXT invasion angle.
I think so.
That'd be sick.
I think it's like there'll be this generational turnover at some point where like the old invasion with like Wade Barrett and the boys Nexus.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
But something like that with a lot more legitimacy.
Well, I think you do. Triple H brings out all his NXT guys and goes, Vince, it's time for you to step down. My product's better.
Yep.
Let me go. Me versus you. Survivor Series winner gets the company.
Yep.
And then NXT kind of runs the show for a bit or whatever. I don't know, just something like that.
No, I could totally see it because like Triple H could come out and it's like this kind of backstage thing that's bleeding over, and he's like, look at the roster. Like 2/3 of these guys are my guys.
Yeah,
they're not your guys. Yeah. You're not making stars. You're using my stars.
Yeah,
and it could be this whole meta thing where like Vince is ruining the NXT guys when they get up.
Yeah, because he is. Yeah,
Triple H is like, I'm making monsters, and you're turning them into like feeble little idiots.
Yep.
And I'm done with it. You
could have some guys go back to NXT.
Yeah.
And
just like rediscover themselves.
Yeah.
And become disciples. Like Tyler Breeze, man.
Yeah, he went back. Yeah.
Tyler Breeze is like over the moon in NXT. Great character, super over. The crowd loves him. He's in freaking title matches and shit. He comes up and he's just a joker jobber.
Oh, it's so stupid.
Like, there's so much talent that being underutilized, and I would love that. That would get me reinvested in the whole fucking thing.
Sami Zayn 100% should go back to NXT.
Sami Zayn is like would be the A1 main event superstar down there. Him and Ciampa.
Oh my god!
Get out of Dodge, man. Like if Sammy goes back to being that like pure babyface Sammy again,
which he easily can
in a second. Like he can come back from his surgeries and be like, man, I had time to think. I was getting really shitty.
Yeah,
and then
drinking the Kool-Aid a little too hard.
Yeah. He's like, I was getting desperate. I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah.
And right away, he's just back to being fun-loving Sami Zayn.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Well, I can transition to NXT then.
NXT.
Was there a lot? I just think Did you watch the Ciampa Aleister Black match?
Yeah, it's really good.
It's fucking great.
Yep.
And I love that feud building up with like Gargano, like Black not liking Gargano now, and Gargano kind of fucking over and shit. Like
they really did a good triple threat feud, which isn't always easy.
No.
Like all three have beef with the other two.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like a triangle.
Yeah, it all works. Yeah,
and they all have reasons to be pissed at each other. There's no throw-ins, and I don't know. I like that Gargano Ciampa has kind of moved into the title picture and eaten that up too. Black seems like he's coming up, probably after SummerSlam too. I would bet.
Where does he go?
SmackDown.
Sanity.
Could be. Could
That'd
be
be
the new leader of Sanity.
That'd be cool.
he comes up probably, and then we get Gargano Ciampa in some sort of 3 stages of hell match.
Oh my god!
Before Survivor Series, where they both probably die.
Yeah,
you know, and the title gets burned or some shit.
They both go through the top of the cell.
Yeah, and then they get split up and put on different shows too. Like,
yeah, see, this is what I'm worried about though, because this is almost mirroring KO Sammy in NXT.
It is, and
they butchered it on the main roster.
Yep,
and they're gonna butcher it again with Ciampa and Gargano.
Quite possibly,
100%. Because like, do you see them going anywhere other than 205 right now?
I could see Gargano coming up and being on SmackDown. I still think Gargano's the next DB. Like, I think he's a smaller guy who's just like the pure white baby face of the fucking world that everybody loves and gets behind.
Yeah, he should be, but I don't know, man. I can easily see them going to 205, and it sucks.
I still think Gargano's gonna be People's Champion.
I hope so,
but I could definitely see it.
It depends how receptive the WWE crowd is, because like NXT loves him, but is it going to carry over?
I could see it. He's like, man, it's hard not to like that guy.
No, yeah.
You know, he just has that quality, like that DB quality.
Yep.
Where you just feel it. You feel this like common man blue collar touch, and he's just so good at it without even trying.
Yeah.
You know,
just has it.
Him and Candice LeRae too. You put Candice LeRae with him on the main.
That's true.
It's true like apple pie, man. Like seriously, it's like just you can't get better.
So
than
sweet.
That. It's hard to hate those unless you're a piece of shit. Like a serious piece of shit.
Just hate love.
Like, you know, they're just like nice, sweet people living their fucking dream.
Yeah.
Can't hate that, man.
Oh God, no.
So
unless you're James Ellsworth, then fuck it.
Love you, James.
No.
Love you. Ciampa too. Like, Ciampa's killing it so hard as a heel. I don't know how you could deny him like a non 205 slot.
It's just the only issue I see is that like those guys are shredded and they're jacked. They're just short, and it's just Vince going, these guys. Like, I think if Brock leaves, that really brings everybody up, because Brock right now is at the top where it's like, can we see anybody other than Roman? And you kind of diminishes it. But I think like if you build SmackDown up as like the shorter guys, like AJ is the champ, and you got like Ciampa, Gargano, and all that. And then Raw is like we've talked about so many times, the Land of the Monsters, right? Like you put Joe. I would love Joe to stay on SmackDown because it makes sense, but he could easily go to Raw.
Oh yeah.
You bring Seth over, you bring Finn over.
Make SmackDown the worker show, Raw the Land of the Giants. And
it would work perfectly, but I get why they don't, because you're taking away a lot of star power from Raw.
Yeah.
But
they're not even using it.
That's the problem.
Not even using it.
That's the problem,
right?
Yeah.
Like, what Seth's done. Like, Seth could be WWE champ on SmackDown right now very credibly.
I know. Fuck, man. Him and AJ fighting for the belt. Like,
him and AJ, him and Miz, him and Orton.
Oh, my God.
There's so much shit that's like, I know they did Rollins Orton, but that feels like a millennium ago now.
That's true, eh?
Like, the pop,
and you could flip it now.
RKO.
Yeah. You could flip it now. Because it would be flipped, yeah.
They've done a good job of keeping a lot of these guys apart with the brand split too. Like, Orton's basically been on SmackDown the whole time.
It's true, yeah.
You know, Seth's been on Raw the whole time. You know, there is freshness now, and that's why the brand split's good.
I think the only reason Seth stays on Raw is because they know he's that top guy. Yep. And it's almost like they're just waiting for the right time to do it, or they're hesitant to do it. It's almost like Triple H is going, push him, and Vince is going, I don't know. So he's like, let's keep him here, see how it goes.
That shit doesn't stay forever though.
That's the problem.
There's an expiration date on those guys all the time. Look at Finn, man. Finn's been sitting there for a year.
Yep.
Just, we'll do it. We can do it anytime. He's over. I don't know. He's getting a little lukewarm now.
And then he wins the belt, and the fans not as as receptive, and they're going, I thought he was over. It's like, he was.
He was over.
He fucking lost
until you had him fuck around with Baron Corbin
and get murdered for 20 minutes and lose clean. Like, ugh.
It's ridiculous, man. Like, I kind of hope he leaves, honestly. He should go back to Japan. Like, I think I saw that his contract was up soon.
No, how about we say he should go to SmackDown before?
Maybe.
There's so many guys, like, right now SmackDown's just rolling that it would be, God, they could have such a good show.
I'll tell you right now, if he comes out, and because there's a Bullet Club dissension right now, like, group split in half, if he comes out in Japan and like takes a side of the Bullet Club thing and comes back,
that would be amazing.
The roof would explode in that stadium wherever they are.
It would be dope. I just like,
he's a huge main event like heavyweight star over there. You know, him and Kenny could have a fucking like 18-star you know, IWGP heavyweight title match tomorrow.
I'm just so biased at WWE though. Like, I'm trying to get more into New Japan. I just love watching like weekly, and I just love SmackDown right now,
Yeah.
and I just want to try to build that show up.
It's just it's so much more of a rich wrestling experience.
Yeah.
I find they max out characters and max out abilities.
Yeah.
And it turns out so much more satisfying because you don't feel like anything's being wasted, you know? Like they do really well with tons of WWE rejects like Juice Robinson, who's crazy stupid over and has this fantastic character right now because they just got behind him and let him do his thing, you know, and let him go out and fucking entertain. And I feel like WWE holds guys back more often than they maximize.
100%.
New Japan holds nobody back. Like if you're at all a worker or a character, you're fucking there and you're getting maxed.
Well, I mean, NXT's doing that now.
Yeah. But it's like NXT, like we're going to talk about the takeover card and how it's like kind of filling out pretty nicely, like the triple threat, and then
triple threat.
Kairi Sane versus Baszler.
Is that what they're going for?
Yeah, and Kairi Sane's like, you know, she's like nice and sweet and everything, but they've been doing this kind of like, but she's also fucking scary badass at the same time. I saw like some gif of her like getting up from the mat and giving this look of death to Shayna Baszler, and I was like, oh shit, yeah,
I'm into that.
That's what I've been waiting for. They're doing Ricochet, Adam Cole
for the title.
Yep,
nice
for the U.S. title.
What is the tag team going to be? Mustache Mountain against?
Yep, Undisputed. Win in another rematch, but those guys kill it every time. They got a 5-star from Meltzer.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. Yeah,
for a TV match, I think it wasn't it? Like,
what's
stupid?
What's Velveteen doing?
EC3.
I was gonna say that, but I wasn't sure because they're both heels, right?
EC3 is kind of this weird tweener. They don't seem to know what to do with him, like Bobby Roode. You know, where he's like, he's a prick. You can tell.
Yeah.
Why is he not acting like a prick?
I don't feel like he's just the most unlikable guy. Like just looking at him, you're like, I don't think I like him.
Oh, like his TNA character was fucking perfect. Yeah. This like 1%er, I'm better than you. Look at me, come on, bro.
Just the biggest tan in the world. Like
he's such a prick, and he's screaming to be a prick.
Yeah.
Like, and just make him a prick. Like I think they're just waiting. They don't really know what to do with him. Like he wasn't even on the last takeover.
Yeah. I know, but I see, like, in Impact, he did go face for a while, though, right? I can see how there's money in a face turn for him because he has that personality where I just want to hate him, but I feel like he's like a character in Entourage, and I'm like,
you can respect him.
I feel like I'd be friends with you.
They can spin it into that like Lashley pro athlete era too, like arena where he's like a legit, you know, like
he's got a good look, yeah.
Like that shit they tried. What was his name? That NXT guy who was a football player ended up on a documentary or something. Tino Sabatelli. Like he had that kind of character where he's an ex-football player who was all jacked and pretty and shit and rich. Yeah. And he tried to play it off, but he had like no swag whatsoever. He's like, yeah, I see that you're rich, but I don't
doesn't
buy
work.
it.
Yeah.
But EC3 is all of that.
Oh my God,
do buy it. So I feel like they're just waiting. He's going to kick up into douche mode anytime.
Good.
Big heel turn, you know. It's like Velveteen also is like, he's kind of a heel.
Well, he gets great reactions, but he's
he doesn't outright do heelish things. He's just kind of weird, you know?
Yeah.
Like he's just kind of a weirdo, and I think he creeps out a lot of people because of his like sexuality stuff.
Yeah, the ambiguousness of it.
And I think that's where his heel heat comes from.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. But him and EC3 he'll drag EC3 to an excellent match.
You think Velveteen's going to drag you don't think it's going to be the other way around?
No, because Velveteen's an excellent worker and EC3 isn't.
Oh, really? You don't think EC3 is that great?
No.
That's saying a lot for Velveteen because Velveteen's like pretty fresh, right?
I think Velveteen's one of the best workers.
How old is he now? Like 20. He's only 22, eh? Mm-hmm. He's only been doing it for 2 years.
Mm-hmm. He's such a natch.
Oh, he's 100% a natch.
It's scary how much of a natch he is. And I think he's coming up soon too, honestly.
I think, man, he's so young. Like, just let him run NXT for a while.
I totally agree, but I already heard 2 batches of rumors twice, like that he was coming up like super quick because Vince was convinced he was a star, and he's right.
He is, but Vince is gonna do the whole he's gonna do the same thing with like he did with like Fandango and shit. It's gonna be Velveteen's gonna come out, refuse to wrestle. He's gonna get a big win, and then nothing's gonna happen. And it's a shame.
I would love for him to have like a weird long NXT title run, you know?
He should like set a record. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you look like Hiromu, the guy that broke his neck in Japan. He was a junior heavyweight champ. I guess he is now, but he treated the belt like his girlfriend. to go out for dates, and he'd put pictures up.
That's
and
100% Velveteen.
Take baths with it.
Yeah.
And shit like that.
He could totally steal.
That's exactly what I want to see. Like these like purple filter videos.
I was gonna say too. He can easily like change the belt up too.
Yes.
That's one guy. Like I hated when Naomi did that, but I could see
that.
Velveteen. Where I didn't like.
Still
I thought it was.
loved
I thought it made it look like a toy. I feel like he could make it look like
you could add a bunch
more of an
feathers and
accessory.
shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he'd be like, this needed accessorizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little purple on there or something.
But I'd love to see him have a long run in NXT, and because it's not like he could use it, but NXT could use it, and I don't think he's going to get maximized on the main.
And that's the problem. It's like there's so many. Like, how many young guys have started on the main roster and went nowhere? Like Drew McIntyre had to dip before he got any respect.
Oh, dude, it's like everyone. The only real NXT guys that have made it on the main were already very established, like Joe and shit like that.
But I'm even saying like young guys who usually start young in W. Like Drew McIntyre started young and had to go away.
Yep. He floundered. I mean, like he was doing well, and it seemed like he hit some backstage wall somewhere, and then he got tossed in 3MB. And
it's insane how different he looks now compared to when he was in 3MB. Like he got hairier and bigger. Like it's crazy.
He really needed to go away.
He looks completely different.
Yeah. He needed to go away and just reinvent himself. And it's good for a lot of guys. Like EC3 did the same thing.
Yep.
He was fucking Tyler Bateman doing nothing.
Kenny Omega.
Yeah, Kenny Omega, exactly. Like, so I like when these guys go to Japan. It's not it's a good thing.
Oh, it helped. Yeah, it's the best way for them to kind of reestablish themselves. But did you see that one video of 3MB rewatching their Wii TLC match?
Yes.
I loved it whenever Drew McIntyre goes to do the jump over onto the table.
Yeah.
And he's like, he watches, he's like, the guy got off the table like 3 seconds before I jumped. Why did I jump?
That's still one of my favorite matches, the WLC.
I loved how they talked about it. They're like, everybody's coming out thinking it's going to be a joke, and we just tore the house down. It's like, you guys crushed it.
Absolutely tore the house down. I still remember that. I mean, how often do people remember fucking like pre-show matches, man?
Exactly,
Come
on. But yeah, anything else you want to talk about?
G1.
You want to do some G1?
G1, bit of G1.
Be a lot
I kind of fell behind because I had to go out of town.
Yeah.
But I've been blitzing it the last few days. Not totally up to date, so we'll just stick to broad strokes.
Yeah, because it's probably going to be all you.
Yeah.
I have nothing. I watched day 1 and 2. That's about it. And not even fully.
Oh. I find the undercards are, it's like they're doing this thing where the standings are really top heavy right now. So it's like a lot of guys are losing a lot and a lot of guys are winning a lot, but there's not a lot in the middle. Yeah. So a lot of guys have already been eliminated or clearly don't have a chance. And so they're just going like kind of all chips on the big boys.
Cool.
Which is fun. Like
it's a new way to do it.
Yeah. It's usually kind of middling, and I like it, but I find it makes the champs look a little weak sometimes because they got to take an L or two early, and then it sets up a couple title matches, whatever. But they've been booking everybody really strong.
Is anybody undefeated?
Kenny's
undefeated.
Kenny's the only undefeated.
What's how many matches you get?
Oh, I forget. He's like, it's about halfway or 2/3 through now.
Oh my god, it's so long.
So
it's so long.
I think they're gonna book Kenny to be undefeated the whole time because no one's ever gone undefeated.
Kenny
and the champ has not won in like 15 years, so he could be an undefeated champion winner, which is crazy pants. But I actually I don't think it'll actually happen. I think Ibushi's gonna beat him on the last day, and because they've never really truly wrestled since they became.
That's the last match of the G1,
it's
right?
The last match of the round robin of the G1.
Could they meet in the finals too?
No, because they're in the same block.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's one from yeah. Okay.
So I think what's going to happen is Ibushi's going to beat him, and he's going to be like, Kenny, I'm better than you. And then Kenny maybe still wins the briefcase or something, loses the belt to Ibushi right after, because if you lose during the G1,
you have to give a title match
through the fall. And so he loses to Ibushi like again for the belt, and he's like, holy shit, maybe he is better than me, but I have this briefcase. Here comes Wrestle Kingdom.
Wait, do they actually get a briefcase, or you just
get the briefcase? It says title shot at Wrestle Kingdom. It's really funny.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was a trophy they got.
You get a trophy, but then because they have to defend the title shot after usually, you defend like the G1 title after, so they've made it a briefcase so you can carry it to the ring and be like, I'm the winner. Title shot. Oh. It's a bit of money in the bank.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah. But you can't cash whenever. But I think they carry it around all year.
So what's the point of it?
To show that they treat it like a belt, They treat it like a belt.
So why just like give him a piece of paper he puts in his pocket? Yeah. It's
wrestling, baby.
So stupid.
It's better than Braun Strowman winning a green belt that we never saw again in Saudi Arabia.
That's so true. Oh my god.
So I don't know. It's getting really interesting. Like there's been a ton of like really strong G1s, and what I was saying was like I find watching the G1 every year, a couple guys get over that I wasn't expecting to, or I wasn't really big fans of, and I didn't really get until this. But then you watch them work, and you're like, damn, okay, I kind of get this now. And there's been a few guys like Knife Pervert, Jay White.
I was gonna ask if he got over on you.
Been tremendous.
He's been killing it.
His heel heat is incredible. Like he's just like, the Japanese fans fucking seem to hate him. Like actually hate him.
Yeah.
And it's not even like, it's really beautiful, pure heat, you know. And he can work, and he can tell a story, and it's all working really, really well for me right now.
It's dope.
Evil from Los Ingonables.
I like Evil,
the large man.
Yeah, I like Evil.
That's one guy I was gonna say. Like,
I've always liked him.
He works this crazy hostile. Yeah, but it's like this bruising, like really heavy, but also really quick for his size.
Because he's the guy who Kenny knocked out, right?
Yeah,
I like him. Yeah.
Ishii too.
Obviously,
like Ishii. Every single Ishii match in this G1 has been fucking outstanding.
I'm gonna have to watch this.
Dude, man, he's just like the prototypical Haas.
Yeah.
Like that is exactly what a Haas should be.
Love him.
Hard hitting, fucking tough as shit. Like him and Ibushi. Oh my god, it was so good. Like 2 days ago or something.
Oh man, Ishii and Samoa Joe.
Oh, get out of here.
Your match.
Get out of here. Ishii Goto too. I'm not a big Goto guy.
That's the low blow guy?
No, that's Yano.
Oh, Yano. Oh, I watched that. That match was amazing. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
Yano's amazing. Yano's been doing this thing where he's like playing it fair in this G1, but he's not at all. He does it for like 2 minutes, and then the cheating like gets the better of him, and he can't stop himself.
Nice.
And he seems to feel a little bad about it at times, but he just pushes through anyway.
So good. Love that.
He's been having a great G1. Sonata too, with the Mohawk from Los Ingonables.
He's buddies with Evil, right? They're tag team partners.
Yeah, they were tag champs at Wrestle Kingdom. He has been killing it. Every single match he's had has been fucking incredible. Like you watched him and Saber, didn't you? Where they had the hand lock for like 5 minutes at the start of the match.
That was Sonata?
I think it was Sonata, wasn't it?
I thought that was...
that was Ibushi. Sorry.
Yeah.
Saber Ibushi.
No, I didn't see Sonata wrestle.
Sonata's just been absolutely killing it too.
He wrestled Kenny?
Yep.
I saw the exchange they had for the finish.
Oh, it was very, very good.
Where it was like,
like, and it was like, you didn't see it coming, and like, he's been 5 stars like night after night for me.
Kenny?
No, Sonata.
Nice.
Like, he's one of those guys who really stepped up. Like, he had a heavyweight title shot earlier this year against Okada, and like he came close and whatever, but Japan always builds it really slow.
Yeah.
These like title shots and shit. And he's so right there. You know, I thought he was going to beat Kenny and get himself a title shot after the G1. Didn't happen. Nice. Because there were bigger things for Kenny.
Yeah.
Like looking absolutely untouchable and beating everyone until his best friend beats him.
So genius. That's such good booking.
Like, I really think that's how it's going to go down. And it might even cost Kenny the finals and shit. Like, I hope
gets in his head.
Because, like, Ibushi's right on his heels, too. Like, he's also... I don't know if he's undefeated. I think he lost once.
Okay.
So, if him and Kenny tie, like, they both only have 1 loss. But Ibushi wins.
Yeah, because he got the... Yeah.
So then Ibushi goes to the finals.
Nice.
Probably against Okada or some shit, too, right?
Yeah.
It's like a big match. Maybe Ibushi wins the briefcase and gets his Kenny shot. You know,
it makes sense. Yeah,
that'd be awesome. Yeah. Like absolutely awesome. So I don't know. It's it'd be very interesting. Okada's been good, but kind of weird. Since he lost the belt, he went a little weird.
I've noticed that. I watched his one match. Yeah, it's kind of like the commentator, they hype it as like he had a belt for like 2 years, so people was on his back. So now he's kind of like relaxing. Yeah, and he's kind of like chill mode.
Yeah. Chill Okada, but he's like chill weird Okada.
Yeah,
he's coming out with balloons and shit.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Maybe the belt just broke him mentally.
It seems like he broke his brain a little bit, and no one noticed because he's kind of goofy now.
Yeah,
like he yelled "Yabba Dabba Doo" before he did this like crossbody.
Amazing.
He's just weird Okada now.
I like it. Hey man, I mean, he's like people probably thought he was getting stale. So
I love when they do character tweaks like that. I always wanted that for The Rock. I wanted The Rock to lose the belt and go get depressed and like not shave.
What?
For a few weeks and be like, man, I can't, fuck. And then you just get it right back, though. And he'd be fine.
Cena would work great for that.
Yeah, that too.
Not
Except
The Rock,
he can't grow a beard.
Do you think?
We watched Cena try to grow a beard.
When?
It was like he was trying to do it for a movie or something, and it was so like baby soft. You couldn't even see it. Like it was really funny.
Well, he's got connections in Hollywood. He can get a fake beard.
Yeah, sure. He's the best makeup artist. Yeah. But yeah, G1's I should be caught up for sure next week, and I can talk more specifically.
I'll watch all the Kenny matches, and I'll make sure to watch Kenny Bushi.
Oh man, Kenny Bushi last day is going to be probably the best match of the year. Yeah. One of them might die. But I think they'll probably hold it off for a second and bigger match later on down the line. But sweet. Yeah, man, guys have been getting over. Like, watch the G1 just because it's fun. You get into people you wouldn't expect.
Yeah. How's Hangman Page doing?
Oh yeah, Hangman. That's what I want to mention too. Not well, but he still is getting over because it's all really entertaining.
I like it.
Like, he's a good worker, man.
He is. That's what we were saying. Yeah. Like last week, I was saying he kind of like a Seth Rollins vibe to him.
Yeah, he's a really good worker, and I like him, and he's a good mid card. And like next G1, he'll have a better showing. Yep. You know, Sabre too. Zack Sabre Jr.'s had a weird G1 where all his matches are good, but he keeps losing.
Ooh, I like that too.
And he won the New Japan Cup this year, so they like him. But he just, these things move in cycles, and he's not.
It's a good storyline too.
The guy right now.
Yeah. And it kind of works where, maybe next year he's going to come back fucking with
like weird streaks too. Like Okada lost his first 2 matches. Suzuki, the big scary killer man, lost his first 2 matches and shit like that. And it's just like, it's uneven. Like you're either doing really well or poorly.
That's cool.
Juice lost every fucking match. He lost his first 5 matches. He finally beat Yano.
Okay. Oh no.
Yeah.
Not Yano.
It was fun though. But so now Juice is gonna have 4 US title matches coming out of this tournament because he just keeps fucking losing.
That's true, eh?
So
if he loses the first one, do the people who beat him still get title matches, or those all void?
No, everybody. Yeah.
That's funny.
Everybody's lined up.
That's
for a US title match now.
That's cool.
Everybody has a stake, man. Nice. G1's great, man. It's always it's so crucial to New Japan's character work and schedule and shit like that, because it
builds.
It gets guys over, and it gives you your fall matches, and it builds to Wrestle Kingdom, and it's just probably the most important wrestling thing that happens every year.
The
most consequential one, that actually matters and has ripples and ramifications. Even the Royal Rumble, it's you get one tiny little thing out of it.
No, definitely. This, it's a full, month of just wrestling every day? Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
They take a day off here and there.
Yeah.
2 days off.
It's cool, though.
But yeah.
It'd be nice if WWE did something, but you can't when you do a weekly show.
God, I'd love King of the Ring again.
A King of the Ring that was, a round Raw would be dope. Yep. Yeah.
Just make it a pay-per-view, too. It doesn't have to be anything. It can just be a bubble, Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be anything. Just give the guy King of the Ring, give him a push after.
Well, you could even do it have the matches on house shows, but just put them on the network.
Yeah. Like they did for the tag tournament. Yeah. Dusty. They always do that for the Dusty.
Yeah, that'd be dope. I don't know.
Yeah, that's wrestling this week.
That's wrestling, yeah.
So, fuck Raw. Watch SmackDown. Yeah. Watch the G1.
Raw means nothing to me now.
Raw means nothing to me.
For a couple of weeks. Yeah. Then I'll get back into it.
After SummerSlam, as we said.
Yeah.
It'll happen again after SummerSlam. It'll be like a new day, honestly.
Unless Brock wins and brings the title to UFC, which would be hilarious.
Like I told you,
so much heat.
I had a dream that Brock beat Roman again at SummerSlam. So
it's a premonition.
And then they were doing it again at Survivor Series.
Oh.
Yeah. So good times, everybody.
Oh well. But yeah, no. There we go. If you guys enjoyed, hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah. Like, share, subscribe. It's pretty huge.
Like, share, subscribe.
We got over 700 followers.
Yeah, and we got a couple more while we were doing this.
So shouts to the Twitter world, because we're coming on up. 1,000, baby.
Blow it up.
1,000's the next goal.
1,000, yeah. And
then we're real.
Then we're legit.
Then we're super legit.
Then next goals get verified.
Exactly.
But yeah, like, share, subscribe, like you said. Comment, let us know.
Please.
What you guys like.
Talk to us.
And yeah, there's more stuff coming out, and then Podbean very soon.
Yes. But we're still doing more MMA. There's gonna be one right on the playlist after this.
Yes, it's on the table. It's on the docket.
But yeah, cool. All right.
Punch Stomp.
Peace.